Don't consent to no searches or none of that.
Stop.
I can speak freely.
Okay, you need to back up.
I am back. Just like I said, just don't consent to no searches or none of that. Now that's a full search what you just did.
You don't have to tell me how to do my job.
Well, I know how to do it better than you, obviously. Whatever reason you would stop the driver for has nothing to do with the passenger. He still wouldn't have to identify himself because he didn't do anything wrong. Now, it would be a difference if you said, you don't have to ID, but would you mind? I guarantee you 90% of them people wouldn't. The law.
The problem is you think that I have to go provide a criminal justice one-on-one class.
What's good, YouTube? It's BB Cast back in with another video and another reaction. How y'all doing today, man? And in today's video, we got this lady officer right here where she came and pulled over these two guys and just did a whole bunch of weird stuff. But you had this auditor right here, this guy where he was recording and she did not like that at all, man. And I think it's the reason why she didn't like it. So I'm gonna watch it, give my reaction. Let me know what y'all think about the comment section and let's get into the video.
Y'all good, big dog? All right. What they pull you over for, big dog? What they pulling you over for?
Expired tags.
And she need to pat you down for expired tags? That's a little excessive. At least I think so. I thought expired tag, you could just get a ticket. What's the need to pat down? And you should always record, big dog. And as a passenger, you don't got an ID either. As a passenger, you're not even necessarily a part of the stop. You just happen to be in the car, so you don't got an ID or nothing. Whatever it is she trying to do. Now, if she asks you to step out, you got to. I don't know, especially just for expired tags. Now, like I said, you don't have to ID as a passenger. You don't have to. So, I'm not in your way. Don't consent to no searches or none of that.
Stop.
I can speak freely.
Okay, you need to back up.
I am back. Just like I said, just don't consent to no searches or none of that. Searches. Like I said, you're a passenger, so you don't gotta ID yourself, and just don't consent to no searches. Honestly, she's not even supposed to detain you as a passenger. So make sure when it's over, you get her name and badge number and you file a formal complaint. Because she's not even supposed to do none of this to you as a passenger. You're supposed to tell her you ain't consenting to no searches. You still supposed to say it just so you can have it on record. Still say it. Still tell her. That's so that you did. It don't matter. Let her violate the law. You did your part. Long as you say your part, that's all that matters. Because you could take her to court. She digging in your pockets. You're not under arrest. But he not under arrest. You only supposed to do a frisk, a pat down on the outside. Yeah, you only supposed to pat down the outside of his pockets. So that's unlawful. That's a full search. Now that's a full search what you just did.
You don't have to tell me how to do my job.
Well, I know how to do it better than you, obviously. See, passenger, that's why you always film. You don't never let them pull you over. Driver as well. Don't never get pulled over without taping. She literally said she pulled you over for expired tags, but y'all both in the back seat being detained. That don't even make sense. She know I'm right. She done detained the passenger, searched them illegally, everything, all for expired tags. something she could have talked to him through the car for, and just gave him a simple ticket. They didn't even have to be pulled out, searched, put in the back of the car, none of that. Especially the passenger. He just a passenger, and he told her that he don't consent. So, and she still did a full search. She literally went in his pockets, everything. Whatever. Y'all make sure y'all found. Can't hear one, but looks like she's just wasting time. She probably called back up and waiting on them. See what she do now. What's your name and badge number? Hey, y'all make sure y'all file y'all formal complaints, man. Cause I am, regardless if y'all do or don't. Can I get your name and badge number? She acting like she can't hear me now. You gonna fail the ID? Or you gonna give me your name and badge number?
I'm finishing my investigation.
I'll wait.
What else, sir?
Ask her.
I was asking you to see how.
Well, I'm not conducting the stop. You gotta ask her what's going on.
Is this your car?
Is it? No, she got the people whose car it is in there.
Okay. So you're just.
I'm just a concerned citizen.
Okay.
Not just to film, just to make sure she's doing her job right. She already overstepped. She done searched the passenger without consent. So that's already a violation right there. And it's supposed to be just for.
Do me a favor.
It's supposed to be.
Off a little bit
Well, I'm not too close. That's why you here. I'm not too close. If I was too close, I'll be violating. I'm keeping the distance. I've been distant since I got here. If all she stopped him for was just tags, I don't see what she need to pull the passenger out for. He didn't do anything wrong. He's just a passenger in the car. So why would he be searched and ID? What's your name and badge number?
Carrillo.
Huh? Carrillo. Badge number what?
061.
All right. But yeah, if it's just tags, couldn't she just cited him and let him go?
She's taking the car now.
This look like it's backfired enough, so I understand that. But what about detaining the passenger and searching him and all that? He not the driver.
By its very definition, when there's a traffic stop conducted, the passenger.
Nah, no. The
passenger.
passenger don't have nothing to do with the stop. He might have to stay, but he don't have to ID because he's not driving. He's not making the violation.
He voluntarily IDs himself.
Well, he didn't. She obviously just made him do it. He didn't do it, and then she fully searched him. She didn't do a pat down on the outside. She physically went into his pockets.
You were like right there next.
I got it on tape. I got it on tape. I heard it. I seen it.
Man, that's one thing. You try to explain to another officer what's happening, and they talking like this, bro. They ain't gonna care what you say because they're always gonna agree with their partner, their brother and sister.
Got it on tape. I seen and heard it.
Then you're probably a little too close.
Nah, it's never too close. That's what Zoom is for. The mic sound Zoom too. Listen, the mic sound Zoom. Listen, the mic sound Zoom as well. And they were speaking loud enough to hear him.
Well,
So
when he's in the car and he gives her that information.
No, he was outside the car when that happened. See, if you was here, you would have knew.
If he's in the car and he gives her that
But
information.
that happened outside the car over here.
Okay.
See, that's what I'm saying. If you was here, you would have knew. Right now, you just assuming because you're not sure. You just got here. I'm telling you as a witness to it.
It's gonna go both ways, sir.
I'm telling you as a witness to it. You just assuming I was here. It's a big difference. I'm a primary source. You would be more like a secondary, right?
Like I'm not gonna get sucked into whatever you got going on.
I don't got nothing going on. I told you what I'm doing. I'm just watching.
All right.
Concerned citizen. Everybody should pull up and watch when police is here, right?
Yeah. My question is, are you that concerned of a citizen within your own neighborhood?
Obviously.
With the community members
Obviously I am.
outside of the police.
Obviously I am. It's what I do. I hold government officials accountable. That's my main concern.
Well, community members accountable. That's what
Your
I want.
concern is to do that. That's your job. That ain't my job. As a citizen, my job is to hold the government accountable. That's your job to police the city.
So you're a Republican, as you say.
I never said I was either or. I'm just a citizen, standing up for people's rights. Now, if that's what you call a Republican, hey, that's your opinion.
I'm just wondering.
I'm just giving you some side on my side. I'm just giving you a little information. I never said I was either or. I'm just a citizen. I'm just a citizen and stand up for people's rights. And like I said, if you want to call that a Republican, hey, to each his own.
We need more people out there looking after everybody.
We need more people like me, for sure.
Everybody.
For sure, we need more people like me. 'Cause I hold people accountable. I file formal complaints. I follow up. I do whatever. I make small claims. And we go to court after that if we got to. I hold them accountable to the full extent of the law. So,
Hold who accountable?
members of the government.
Do you do the same with council persons?
Yeah, any members of the government.
As long as you're fair about it. I'm okay.
That's why I said members of the government and not specifically police.
I'm good.
All
with that.
members of the government. Right now it's just specifically you guys because y'all here. That's why I asked you, would you have handled it the same way?
I don't know. I can't tell you.
I mean, you could tell me, you don't want to tell me.
No, I can't tell you because every situation is different.
Okay, when you pull over,
Problem
okay,
is, like,
okay, look, if you
there's
pull
lot of
over a
assumptions
car,
being made that every traffic stop.
that's why I'm asking you. I don't want to assume. That's why I'm asking you. I don't want to assume.
That's simply not true.
That's why I'm not assuming. I'm asking you,
Every
would you
single
handle
one
it
is
that
different.
way?
I don't know. It depends on who the passengers are.
You don't know who the passenger are. That's the whole thing. They're anonymous, and they're supposed to remain that way because they haven't committed any infractions. They haven't broken any law or
Do you know
broken
for
any
sure he's not on
crime.
probation or parole?
That's not an infraction.
Do you know for sure he's not on
That's still not an infraction.
probation? Do you know for sure
That's still. Do you know? You just got here.
I'm asking you.
Do you know?
I'm asking you.
From what I heard, she didn't ask him, so I wouldn't know.
We typically ask that question. That's
Well, I didn't hear her ask. I was right there.
question to ask.
You didn't ask me.
I don't need to ask you. What we have right here, this is just a consensual encounter.
Yeah. That's what it's supposed to be with a
You're
passenger.
free to leave
That's what
whenever
it's supposed to be with a passenger as well. It's supposed to be
They're not free to
consensual
leave.
because
They're
he
seated.
can.
They're
He's supposed to be able to leave too. If he didn't commit any crime, any infractions, why is he detained? He's not even driving. Whatever reason you would stop the driver for has nothing to do with the passenger.
The passenger is seized upon any detention in a motor vehicle.
He don't have to identify
Until
himself
the
still.
completion of that.
But he still wouldn't have to identify himself. Even if you would say he had to stay, he still wouldn't have to identify himself because he didn't do anything wrong.
He doesn't have to identify himself.
That's what I'm saying. But you said typically y'all identify everybody.
Well, typically they'll provide it voluntarily.
That's because y'all don't tell them they rights that they.
Man, basically, this officer ain't trying to hear what this dude's saying because he's being way too argumentative and he ain't even trying to hear because he's going to stand up for whatever his brothers and them do, bro. He doesn't care either way because that's the type of vibe he's giving me. He's really not trying to even say, well, I would do this or anything. He just really just being argumentative with this guy.
They don't have to. You just ask for it. So since you're in uniform, they think that's what they have to do. Now, it would be a difference if you said, you don't have to ID, but would you mind? I guarantee you 90% of them people wouldn't. But when you just say, give me your name and ID, they do it.
They don't have to pull over, but they do it, right?
Well, they do have to pull over if they being stopped.
I mean, I'm just saying it's free will.
No, it's a crime to not pull over. It's a difference. It's a difference between committing a crime and just doing what you want to do within the
The
law.
problem is you think that I have to go provide a criminal justice 101 class with everybody.
Nah, that's not what I'm saying.
If I ask them.
That's not what I'm
and they
saying. What I'm
provide
saying
that
is, as a
information,
passenger, you don't have to. What I'm saying, as a passenger, you can literally stay quiet as a passenger. You don't have to say shit.
100%.
Even if they ask you if you're on probation or parole, you can literally not say shit,
100%.
and you wouldn't be violating any law. So at that point, why would he have to be pulled out and searched or any of that?
If they don't say that they're on probation or parole and they're identified later as somebody that is on probation,
Yeah, but that's something you would have to identify later.
they would be in violation.
That's something you would have to deal with later. But in the course of what happening in that stop, he's not required to speak to you. So that's something you'll find out later if you do an investigation into a person that you don't even have to. Now that'll be something whole on the sidebar, right?
Depends, man.
On what? You saying it depends on what?
There's a lot of factors that you're kind of overlooking.
Like, give me some.
Like I said, I'm not.
See, you ain't willing to talk. See,
I'm not
you
here
just
for
want to talk in circles.
I'm not here for that at all.
You're just blowing smoke.
I'm here to provide safety and a backup. to my
She was
partner.
never unsafe.
I don't know that. I don't know.
Well, you see that now, right?
I'm just saying. Right.
You
now,
can see that now, right? She's not unsafe, right?
Maybe she wouldn't have been if I hadn't showed up. I don't know.
So I was gonna tape myself, do something to her.
I don't know.
Sound crazy? Is that logical?
There's a lot.
Is
of
that
things
something that
happen
is that
defy
something that
logic.
typically happens?
There's a lot of things.
But is that
happen out here
do that
defy
typically
logic.
happen? Do that happen on the norm?
I wouldn't be wearing this bulletproof vest if logic was applied. to
But you still not answering the question. Did you feel unsafe with my presence here? I don't know her name. She wouldn't give it to me yet, so I can't address her. Excuse me, ma'am. Did you feel unsafe with my presence here? Little scaredy cop. I don't got no guns and shit out at work. What's she scared of?
I'm glad I came.
You
Give me a chance for me to find you.
glad you came
Find
to
young man
stand
like
around and do
yourself,
nothing when there's other crimes that can be solved? You glad you're here?
Are you on the clock?
I am. Are you?
I am.
My job ain't to protect the city though.
This is my job.
My job ain't to protect the city. Yours is. So while you standing here with me, with an officer that didn't request any backup,
I'm protecting you.
with an officer that didn't request any backup, I feel like you just here wasting time. It's crazy. Y'all get qualified immunity for not knowing the law, but then y'all turn around and tell the citizens, oh, that's no reason. Just because you didn't know it, that don't mean it's not illegal. Y'all go in court and that hold up for y'all. So I don't really understand the system when it comes to that. Can you explain that? I don't think so. Hey, passenger. Passenger. Hey, passenger. You should also request a supervisor, because what she did was wrong. Y'all should request a supervisor to come to the scene now so y'all can file y'all complaint now. Request the supervisor. They got to call them out. You don't want to wait till later. It's good. Can I get your name and badge number now?
He hasn't.
No, I'm not. You. That's your policy to ID.
He hasn't.
But I'm not asking him. I'm asking you. What's your name and badge number? The badge number?
And that's the end of that video. My take on that, bro, that lady officer was weird because it made no sense. Okay, if it was a violation for the car, they had expired tags, whatever, it still makes no sense why she handcuffed him, put him back in the car, and had them back there the entire time until they towed the car. Like, what if they had some in the car that they needed to get out or something? You know, like, she waited all that time, just had him back there for no reason. And like with the passenger, it's just funny, like right here, how she got mad about this.
Don't consent to no searches or none of that.
Stop.
Like, look at her face, bro. She's really mad that this guy is like letting this passenger know his rights, and she's getting upset about that. That's one thing about a lot of these officers. When people be recording, they do get very mad because, like, you know, people recording and be letting them know like they can't do certain things. And she, you know, with this officer, she definitely felt some type of way with him recording and for him informing this passenger his rights. Just how her attitude was, and for her to put him in the back of the car and let him stay there, just made no sense at all. And then with this guy right here, he wasn't even trying to like agree with this guy on anything. He just kept on arguing. That's what I'm saying. Like, when you get another officer come and you tell them the issue, 9 times out of 10 they're not gonna care. They're just gonna be like, oh yeah, you know, well, you don't know and all this, because they're always gonna defend their brother or sister, man. That's how it always is. That's my take on it though. Let me know what y'all think about it. Comment section. How you feel about this lady officer for pulling this passenger out, detaining him, putting him back in the car, all for expired tags, which made no sense. It's one thing with the driver, but even with the driver too, it made no sense to do that, you know. But that's my take on it though. Let me know what y'all think about the comment section. Make sure to like, subscribe, and y'all have a wonderful day.